Fog, force, and a fatal jam. In moments, a tugboat vanished the Clyde.
On a freezing night, the River Clyde is shrouded in dense fog, hiding the treacherous waters ahead.
Strong currents and the carrier's wake begin to challenge the tugs, every move critical to survival. 3 tugboats follow the colossal bulk carrier through the narrow, fog-filled channel, tension rising with every wave.
Hold!
The captain fights to maintain direction, every adjustment a race against the overpowering forces of nature.
Stabilize the core. We're losing containment. I'm trying. The conduits are failing.
The tow winch jams, leaving the tug trapped in the deadly pull of the massive ship.
Nearby tugs witness only snapping tow lines. Flying Phantom vanishes into the night.
He recalls the terrifying tilt, the sudden jerk, and the seconds that swallowed the tug.
Marine investigators quickly determine that a jammed winch and faulty design contributed to the disaster.
The disaster reshaped safety rules forever, reminding the world of the power and danger of the sea. Protocols for fog navigation and towing are scrutinized, revealing failures that made the tragedy unavoidable.
The winch failure proves fatal, a mechanical flaw turning routine work into a deadly trap.
Crew members desperately attempt an emergency release, but the system refuses to respond.
Brace yourselves! Another wave is coming! Hold on tight!
Water floods the engine room, electricity shorting and machinery failing under relentless pressure.
Crews scramble to reach safety, but raging waters and darkness make escape nearly impossible. From above, the river appears calm, hiding the chaos and tragedy unfolding below. Nearby tugs search desperately through the dense fog, trying to find any trace of the lost tug. The tug leans dangerously, overwhelmed by waves and the relentless pull of the massive carrier.
Inside the tug, panic erupts as water rises, leaving the crew trapped in their doomed vessel.
Emergency radio calls crackle through the fog. Desperate pleas barely reaching anyone.
Divers plunge into murky waters, hoping to recover survivors or evidence of the tug.
Flying Phantom capsizes, swallowed by the river, disappearing within moments.
Investigators study blueprints and schematics, searching for clues to explain the disaster.
What a beautiful morning after the fog.
It really is. It really is. The water is so calm.
The sunken tug lies twisted beneath the river, a haunting reminder of nature's force.
Pull harder. Get him over the side. Watch his head. We've got him now. We've got him now.
Rescue teams reflect on the tragedy, acknowledging the sudden and unstoppable force of nature. The River Clyde now lies peaceful, but the events of the night leave a permanent mark on all who witnessed it. Investigators analyze sonar images, seeking answers hidden beneath the dark waters.
The towhook's stress marks reveal the brutal forces involved in the final moments.
Surviving crew from nearby tugs describe the overwhelming fog that masked the unfolding tragedy.
Beneath the Clyde, Flying Phantom rests in silence, a broken reminder of human fragility.
We need to verify these structural loads against the revised code.
I agree, particularly Section 4.
The water rushed in faster than we could fathom. I remember reaching out, but there was nothing left to grab.
The crew fought desperately to escape, but the rising water was too fast, too strong. This section here is clearly compromised.
And the secondary ferry failsafe is routed through the same assembly. That can't be right.
A reenactment shows how the overloaded tow line turned the tug into a helpless prisoner.
Rust and wear reveal the brake's inability to withstand the extreme tension that night. The dense fog masked every warning sign, leaving the crew blind to danger.
In the aftermath, towing regulations were rewritten to prevent such a disaster from happening again.
The inquiry uncovers missed protocols and safety oversights that deepened the tragedy.
Weather data confirms the fog, then yeah. Weather data confirms the fog was far denser than forecasts warned.
Locked in place, the tug had no chance as forces twisted it sideways into catastrophe.
The investigation reveals a chain of failures: mechanical, environmental, and human. Beside the towering bulk carrier, the tug stood no chance against the crushing forces. Thick fog smothered the river, turning routine navigation into blind risk.
The carrier's wake battered the tug, hammering it from behind with relentless force. A crushing wave struck the deck, throwing the crew into a storm of chaos. A sudden lock of the winch sealed the tug's fate, preventing any chance of release.
Water poured inside, filling compartments in seconds, sealing the fate of the vessel.
The generators are failing. I'm rerouting the power.
Incoming wave! Brace yourselves! All hands, hard to port now!
The tug was yanked sideways, dragged into a deadly angle from which it could not escape. Nearby crews scanned the waters, but the Phantom had already vanished beneath the fog. Deep below, the wreck revealed how brutally the water crushed the tug's structure. A broken distress call echoed through static, but help was already too late.
The list of failures grows: mechanical faults, bad visibility, and operational oversights.
Officials admit the system had gaps that cost lives.
Simulations show the tug never stood a chance once it reached the fatal angle.
Families gather at the riverbank, their grief echoing over the silent waters.
A memorial now stands, honoring the crew who faced the storm and never returned. The giant carrier's force begins to overpower the small tug, shoving it violently off course.
Trim the main sheet now! I'm trying, the wind is too strong. Watch the starboard side. We're taking on too much water! Brace for impact!
The engines are failing, Captain. We have to abandon ship now.
Their tow line stretches to its breaking point, a steel serpent ready to snap at any moment. Hydrodynamic suction from the massive carrier dragged the tug straight beneath the surface.
Investigators mapped the destruction, piece by piece, searching for the tug's fatal flaw.
They uncover the truth. The winch jammed, trapping the flying phantom in a deadly grip. The tow line never released, sealing the crew's fate the moment the tug was pulled under. The investigation grows deeper. Fog, force, and mechanical failure all under scrutiny. In those final minutes, the tug never stood a chance against the overwhelming pull of the giant ship.
Families gather where the tug vanished, remembering the men lost in the icy depths.
Experts confirm the winch's failure turned a risky job into a catastrophic trap.
Once the stern dipped, flooding was instant, swift, violent, and impossible to escape.
Investigators compare modern safety systems, realizing this disaster could have been prevented.
Divers document every fracture, each one telling a grim story of immense underwater pressure.
Had the release worked, the flying phantom would have broken free and stayed afloat.
New safety systems now protect crews, built from the lessons carved by catastrophe.
And as the fog returns to the Clyde, so does the memory of the tug that never came home.